So this thing of waking up at 4 a.m. catching a train just because someone was cheap enough to get cheap flights to fly is not on. It's like 4:26 right now and you're already at the train station. It's not on.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
Finally made it. Yeah. The trip that was never supposed to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's happening now.
So you'll share the story. Story time.
Now?
At any point.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely will. We're just waiting for our driver. He's just fetching the car. And we're gonna head off to the first place.
First place in Hanoi. First place I'm gonna go to is the beer street. That's where I'm going. First place. That's where I'm going.
I'll complete much.
Hey, good people. We're finally in Hanoi in Vietnam, and we've shot so much content so far today. And I realized that we haven't even greeted you guys and said welcome to the vlog. And with that being said, welcome to this vlog, the Vietnam vlog that was never supposed to happen. And yeah, so it's our first day today. It's around about like 10 p.m. now. So we've landed, sorted all our eSIM issues, came to the Airbnb, and then we went out for like drinks and some snacks because we're not really that hungry, but we might order some grab later on. But yeah, it's been a good day. We've got like a little mini penthouse, great views. I'm sure you guys will see the beautiful scenes that Jess has shot. So I think for today we'll call it a day. We'll call it a night. Tomorrow we don't really have an itinerary, and the only reason we don't have an itinerary is because, like I said, this trip was not supposed to happen. So I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket and plan something that was not going to happen. So we'll probably just wing it for the next couple of days and see what's going to happen. But one thing, well, two things that I want to see happen. I'd like to go to the beer street and to the train street as well tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get that done. I've been seeing a lot of good footage from people, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's been a very hectic day. I feel like a lot has happened, but we haven't done a lot, but a lot has happened. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, welcome to the new vlog, and hope you guys enjoy. Finally got to the train place.
We finally got to the train place,
And?
we were like forced to sit.
We were hustled to sit here. So it's the train place. Everyone's pretty much waiting for the train. And that guy is 15, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. And to think that you were saying that well, now you know. Now you know. It's a good experience, I guess. Yeah. I see why people come to this park. This is cute.
But tea is not favorite.
Yeah, I mean, let's turn it right, I think, or left, depending on which way you want to go. In 4K, Simbambi, in 4K. Uyise akusele yakho nithi. Yeah, uyisange yakho. Yeah? Yeah, sesimpili manje asiphili change, sesithengile.
Hello, chili.
But a chili.
Hello, chili. Yes. Chili. Yes.
Chili, yeah.
So that pasta nang cheese.
We moon. Thank you.
Okay.
Grandma. Okay.
Hello. Okay. So you all saw that in 4K. But because I'm too shy to say and we had already paid it, but then it's not what I thought that fell on my.
Yeah. Hey. Labantu lava.
Sesiyaboshwa nje indaba.
Taste la book to taste kanjani?
Isashisa. Bathi pork mara, hey. It's okay. It tastes like chicken.
Between this one and the one in Vietnam and in South Korea?
South Korea.
South Korea, ne?
Yeah. Definitely South Korea.
It's a pity it's got chili, so I can't taste it.
But then it's just
Alright, people, for now,
okay.
Okay.
So I just took a bath from this lovely tub that we have here in this Airbnb. Please don't mind my lashes, they're all over the place. So we just came back like maybe 40 minutes ago from the beer street, and then we did the night market, right? So yeah, so just right after we went to the mall, we came back home and then we rested a bit, and then at around like, was it 2:30? Around 2:30 we headed off. We took a Google Grab, which is an Uber here in Vietnam, Hanoi. We took that and then we headed off to what's that place, Nana? Where the train was? Old Quarter. So very touristy thing to do. I thought like beginning was like, who gets excited to see a train? Like honestly, really. Then we get there and we're just sitting just near these cafes. They're really cute. We had a bit of food there, nibbles, and then we were just like chilling. We got like Saigons, and then we were just chilling waiting for the train. And luckily we got there right in time, because as we were going with the Uber, we were like, where's this guy taking us? Because we saw a train pass us by whilst we were in the Uber, but then we were going to a different train track. So and we had thought that the train passes at like 3:30, and it was around 3:17 at the time, 3:17 p.m. So okay, so we get off the Uber and he's like, oh yeah, you can get off here, and then we got off there. And then okay, we found a spot, and like I know that my husband doesn't like, he hates it when people like are very forceful, which is like I think an Asian culture thing where they're like, come, sit, come, yeah, and all of that stuff. Like they rush you and they want you to like, you know, go into their cafe, that sort of thing. I don't like it, but I didn't mind it this time because I just wanted to have a seat, because I saw when I looked ahead, there were like quite a number of people that were sitting like in other cafes, so the seats were like vacant in this spot. Okay, fine. And then we sit, we get our Saigons, and then we're like chilling, waiting, trying to strategize how we're gonna take the videos, blah blah blah, which never worked anyway. They came out very terrible because it was such a surprise. It was a really dope moment, like just sitting right next to a train, and then it just passes you by, and it's like, whoa. So that was really quite interesting. I would recommend, but if you're not a touristy person and a person that really is into that type of stuff, I wouldn't recommend. But it was really exciting, scary, like oh my goodness, like the wind was blowing, it was like, oh wow. So it was pretty cool. After that, we wanted to go to the night markets, but then it was around like 4, so we just went to the beer street. Akena. Yeah, so we headed off to the beer street. We caught Go Grab, and then we headed off there, walked a bit. It was very overwhelming. I'm not a crowd person because there was like quite a number of people like walking around, but 2 Saigons in, I was like, this is a vibe. So we chilled for a bit, waited. There was music, and it was fascinating to see that there were quite a number of people that you could just see, like old couples, like people that had like, you could tell that they probably retired or that sort of thing. So that was really nice to see quite a number of people that came in with their families, like, you know, their grown children, and like they were hanging out. So we were just having a conversation like earlier on in one of the cafes that this is something that we would like to do, like just hang out as an old couple. Lies. It's not lies, got the game. So that was pretty quite interesting. And then we kind of got bored and we was like, oh yes, let's go to the night market. And we went there, walked around. I got my dad one of those Vietnamese hats, which you'll see Kagiso has it in one of the pictures. And when we decided to leave, unfortunately, I left it in one of the cafes. And yes, the cafes here open till night, so yeah, it's something totally different. It was, I feel so sad because, and yeah, Kagiso did try to run and see if we could get it, but then at that time we had already ordered the go-get to come fetch us. So we did ask the guy to like wait for him, but then because the place is a bit of a maze, he turned back. He was like, yeah, I tried, but then because we obviously couldn't get the guy, we didn't want to make the guy wait for long, that sort of thing. I feel very terrible. I'll see if I can get another one, but then yeah. So what we're gonna do right now is like literally just pack because we're heading off to the next destination. So really excited for that, and I'm just gonna pack, chill. KG just went down to grab my food because he had already eaten at one of the spots. So I'm feeling a bit hungry right now, and it's really hot. As you can see, I'm really sweating. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we head off to the airport. We leave early, and I must say this was a really nice place. I'd definitely come back, and I do recommend Hanoi. And yeah, it's pretty vibey city, and I really like this place. And yeah, I'll leave basically what the name is and where you can find it, and the Airbnb and all those details in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for watching so far. Enjoy!
So we've left. Well, we're at the airport, leaving Hanoi now. Uh, Good times were had, good times were had, but we struggled with our check-in because on our plane tickets I had my name and surname. I didn't put in my middle name, same with Jess as well. I've never had to put in my middle name anywhere in our flight tickets, and we were turned back. I had to go to another counter to actually add our middle names, and there was an extra cost to it. I think it was about $6 per person, so it was infuriating. And then by the time we got back, the lines were extra long. So, but eventually we're done checking in, done everything, just waiting for the boarding time. Miss Jess over here, I don't know, probably playing on TikTok or listening to music. But yeah, Hanoi was a vibe. I'd definitely get back. Our apartment was amazing, dope stuff. I'm sure you'll see the B-roll shots. Amazing. It was like a little penthouse, good, and the views were amazing. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoy our vlogs.